So, hello student, very good morning to everyone. So, this is my thing for fifth lecture on radicals in organic synthesis. So, these are the points that we had learned in the last lecture, that is intra and intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation via tributyl tin hydride. So, you know that this carbon-carbon bond formation reaction is very important reaction. So addition of radical to an alkene, it is an important method in the formation of carbon-carbon bond, and this addition produces a radical product and it is converted into non-radical product, and this conversion is achieved by trapping method. So this tributyltin hydride is used as a trapper in the formation of carbon-carbon bond, and mainly under strong condition, and this require the radical initiator such as hydrogen peroxide, benzoyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide, and AIBN azobis isobutyl nitrile. So in the last lecture we had learned the reaction mechanism. So general reaction mechanism. So this is general reaction mechanism. So this tributyl tin hydride required the initiator, that is this is your AIBN azobis isobutyl nitride. It homolytically breaks in presence of H mu. You will get this carbon radical. Then this carbon radical on reaction with tributyl tin hydride, tributyl tin hydride. So this carbon radical takes this hydrogen converted to this neutral molecule, and it generates this tributyl tin radical, and this tributyl tin radical react with your alkyl halide. So the homolysis of this RX bond takes place. So this butyl tin radical takes this X, convert to this butyl tin halide, and it generate R radical. So this is the general mechanism. So again in the last lecture we had learned that this your tributyltin hydride, it can generate R radical from variety of substrates. In the last lecture we had learned that it generate that alkyl radical from alkyl halide. So this is the reaction, this alkyl halide on reaction with tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN, it generate alkyl radical. So this is the reaction mechanism. This this AIBN undergoes homolysis azobis isobutyl nitrile in presence of H mu. It generates this carbon radical. So the reaction of this carbon radical with tributyltin hydride radical, tributyltin hydride molecule takes place. So this will undergoes homolysis, and the hydrogen is abstracted by this carbon radical. It convert a neutral molecule and it generate this tributyltin radical. Then this tributyltin radical react with your RX. So the homolysis of this alkyl halide takes place and it generate R radical. Then if this X will form bond with this tin, and you will get this tributyltin halide, and it generate R radical. Then that R radical adds to carbon carbon this ethylene. So this is the example of intermolecular carbon carbon bond formation, because the carbon carbon bond form in two different molecules. That's why it's called as intermolecular carbon carbon bond formation. So this R radical adds to this ethylene and it generates CH2 radical. That CH2 radical again react with your tributyltin hydride. This CH2 radical takes this hydrogen from this tributyltin hydride and generate it convert to neutral molecule. So this is the reaction mechanism, how this tributyltin hydride and presence of AIBN generate alkyl radical from your alkyl halide. Then again in the last lecture we had in the last lecture again we had learned that this tributyltin hydride, it also convert your nitroalkane into alkyl radical. So this is the reaction mechanism. So tributyl this azobis isobutyl nitrile in presence of H mu undergoes homolysis. You will get this carbon radical. Then this carbon radical react with your tributyl tin hydride. So homolysis of this tributyl tin hydride takes place, and that carbon radical takes hydrogen from this tributyl tin hydride and generate it convert to neutron molecule, and it generate tributyl tin radical. Then in the next step, this tributyl tin radical react with your NO2. So NO2 having nitrogen oxygen double bond. So tributyltin hydride, tributyltin radical react with this oxygen and it form bond. And the same way this the homolysis of this Rn bond takes place, and this negative charge will delocalize here. It form nitrogen oxygen double bond, and you will get this R radical, and it generate this molecule. Then this R radical, you can add this R radical to any carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond molecule. Then in the formation of intra or intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation, this generated R radical you can use in the formation of intra or intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation. Then again in the last lecture we had learned that this tributyltin hydride, it can also generate your alkyl radical from xanthate. So this is the reaction mechanism. It can also generate alkyl radical from xanthate. So the xanthate can be prepared by reaction of alcohol with this CH2 in presence of KOH. We'll get this molecule. Then this will reaction with this methyl iodide. We'll get this xanthate, and xanthate on reaction with tributyltin hydride, it generates R radical. So again in the last lecture we had learned its reaction mechanism. Reaction mechanism. So the reaction mechanism is very simple. So you are using alcohol. So alcohol having acidic proton. So you are using base. So the function of this base is KOH is what it takes this proton and generate the oxygen anion. So this oxygen anion will act as a nucleophile. It attack on your electrophile. So the carbon present on this carbon disulfide, it is electrophilic or electropositive carbon. So this oxygen anion attack on that carbon, and the bond will break. The bond pair shift on oxygen. So there is a negative charge on sulfur. There is a bond pair shift on sulfur. So there is a negative charge on sulfur. Then this S minus sulfur anion act as a nucleophile. It attack on electrophile. So you are using methyl iodide. So the carbon of that methyl iodide is electrophilic in nature, electropositive. So your is sulfur having negative charge, it act as a nucleophile. So it attack on that electrophile carbon and it replace that iodine, and then iodine form bond with your potassium, that is it form ionic bond. So Ki is your minus Ki is your uh, minus Ki is your byproduct. Then so here the sulfur will form bond with this CH3. Then this is your xanthates, and now these xanthates will react with your tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN. It will react with your tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN. So this AIBN undergoes homolysis in presence of H mu. So it generates the carbon radical. That carbon radical will react with your tributyltin hydride. So it generates butyltin radical, and the hydrogen will form bond with this carbon radical, convert to neutral radical, and it generates tributyltin radical. Then in the next step, this tributyltin radical, it react with your this tributyltin radical, it react with your xanthate. So xanthate having carbon sulfur double bond, so that bond undergoes homolysis, and this tributyltin radical uh, form bond with that sulfur, and same way this RO bond, the homolysis of that RO bond takes place. It generate alkyl radical and O radical. Then O radical and C radical form double bond. that two radical form double bond, so you will get this butyl teen S C double bond. So you will get this compound and it generate R radical. Now this generated R radical this generated R radical you can react with any carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond in the formation of intra or intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation. So this is about what we had learned in the last lecture. So just a revision that what we had learned in the last lecture. So student, today I am going to teach you the application of this tributyltin hydride. So in the last lecture we have taken the uh, general mechanism and general reaction of this three substrate, that is NO2, alkyl halide, uh, alka nitroalkane, then alkyl halide, and then alcohol or xanthate. So now today we are going to take the actual example. So this your cyclohexyl iodide in presence of this your alpha beta unsaturated ester. The reaction between these two molecules takes place in presence of tributyltin hydride and AIBN. You will get this product. So so it is a this is the example of your intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation. This is the example of your intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation, because the carbon-carbon bond is forming in a two different molecule. That's why it is called as intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation via tributyltin hydride. The role of this tributyltin hydride, it form the carbon-carbon bond between two different compounds. So these are the two different compounds. So it by using this tributyltin hydride, you can form the bond between these two molecules. So we'll see its reaction mechanism, how this cyclohexyl iodide form react with this alpha beta unsaturated ester and form this compound. So in reaction mechanism, first your this tributyltin tributyl, so not a tributyltin, it's a azobis isobutyl nitrile. Azobis isobutyl nitrile uh, undergoes homolysis uh, homolysis homolysis of this uh, azobis isobutyl nitrile takes place, homolysis undergoes homolysis. So it is a symmetrical molecule, so the bond will break from here, and same the bond breaking takes place from here. It generates N2 molecule and it generates carbon radical. I am calling it as a carbon radical. Then in the next step, this carbon radical will it react with your tributyltin hydride. So this your tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis, that is breaking of this bond takes place. It generates butene radical, tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So this hydrogen radical react with this carbon radical and it generates the neutral molecule, and after homolysis it generates tributyltin radical. So this is your tributyltin radical. Then in the next step, this your cyclohexyl iodide undergoes homolysis. So homolysis of this Ci bond takes place, carbon iodide bond takes place. It generates this cyclohexyl radical and iodide radical. So that iodide radical form bond with this tributyltin radical. You will get this compound, that is tributyltin iodide. Then it generates this carbon radical. Now you can add this carbon radical. Now you can add this cyclohexyl radical into your alpha beta unsaturated ester. So in the next step, this will react with your ester. So this ester having alpha beta ester having carbon carbon double bond. So this carbon carbon double bond undergoes homolysis. It generates CH2 and CH2 radical. Then this CH2 radical will react with this cyclohexyl radical and it generates this compound, Then this CH2 radical takes hydrogen from your tributyltin radical. It takes hydrogen from tributyltin. It takes hydrogen from tributyltin hydride. So this tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. And this hydrogen radical form bond with this CH2 radical and generate this molecule. And again you will get this uh, tributyltin radical. So this tributyltin radical it enters in your this step and it generates the this cyclohexyl radical and the reaction will continue till the completion of reaction. So now you are getting this ester. This ester you can convert into after hydrolysis you can convert into acid. Then you can after you can use that acid for you can for acylation reaction, or you can convert that acid into amide. So different functional you can convert different functional group from this ester. So this is the main application so of this tributyltin hydride. So this is about the how this tributyltin hydride is used as a trapper for the formation of carbon-carbon bond, or for it convert how it convert that this carbon radical into non-radical. So this is the simple mechanism and this is the reaction. So this cyclohexyl iodide it is it react with your alpha beta unsaturated ester in presence of tributyltin hydride and AIBN. You will get this product. So the reaction mechanism of this product is first this AIBN azobis isobutyl nitrile undergoes homolysis. So this is your symmetrical molecule. AIBN is your symmetrical molecule. So the homolysis of this symmetrical molecule takes place. It generates N2 molecule, neutral N2 molecule, and carbon radical 2 carbon radical. I am calling it as a carbon radical. So this carbon radical now it reacts with your tributyltin hydride. So this tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. This hydrogen radical react with this carbon radical and generate neutral molecule. And after homolysis, it generates tributyltin radical. Then the next step, this tributyltin radical react with your cyclohexyl iodide. So same this the homolysis of this CI bond takes place of your cyclohexyl iodide. So it generates iodine radical and CH2 radical. That generated iodine radical react with your tributyltin radical. It convert to tributyltin iodide and it generates this cyclohexyl radical. Now in the next step, this cyclohexyl radical react with your alpha beta unsaturated ester. It react with your alpha beta unsaturated ester. It react with your alpha beta unsaturated ester. So the homolysis of this CH2 the homolysis of this carbon carbon double bond takes place. It generates CH2 to and CH2 radical. So this bond undergoes homolysis. So it so one radical on this carbon and one radical on this carbon. So this radical, this CH2 radical form bond with this cyclohexyl radical, and you will get this compound. And there is a radical on this CH2. Then this radical adduct is converted into non-radical adduct on reaction with your tributyltin hydride. So this CH2 radical takes hydrogen from tributyltin hydride. So homolysis of this tributyltin hydride takes place. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. This hydrogen radical is abstracted by this CH2 and it generates this neutral molecule having ester functional group. So and it generate again this tributyltin radical. So this tributyltin radical enter in this step and the reaction will continue till the completion of reaction. And here you are getting this ester. So after hydrolyzing the ester, you will get the acid. From acid, you can convert into amide, and you can reduce that acid into alcohol. So the so many applications are there. So you can convert this ester into different functional groups. So this is the application of this tributyltin hydride. Then the next slide. So so this reaction, this compound having nitro functional group. So let us say it's a cyclic nitroalkane. So this nitroalkane on reaction with this alpha beta unsaturated ketone, it reacts with your alpha beta unsaturated ketone in presence of tributyltin hydride, in presence of tributyltin hydride and AIBN, you will get this compound. So we'll see its reaction mechanism. So here in this reaction, it replaces this NO2, and this compound will directly join to this carbon. So this is the application of this tributyltin hydride. It replaces this nitro group directly, and this group will directly join to this carbon. So this is the application when you do uh, you in normal reaction you can't uh, directly join or directly replace this nitro group or directly join uh, this this molecule on this carbon. It is impossible by a normal reaction, that is addition, elimination, substitution, or a rearrangement reaction. But this can be possible by radical reaction. It can be possible by radical reaction. You can simply replace this nitro functional group, and you can add this alpha beta unsaturated ketone on this carbon. So this is the application of this tributyltin hydride. A wide wide range of application. So, so this is the reaction mechanism. So in reaction mechanism, your tributyl it's your azobis isobutyl nitrile undergoes homolysis in presence of light. So the homolysis of this azobis isobutyl nitrile takes place. So it's a symmetrical molecule, and symmetrical molecule. So, so the homolysis of this azobis isobutyl nitrile takes place in presence of H mu. It generates this carbon radical and N2 molecule. So this bond will break homolytically. It generates N2 molecule and carbon radical. So this carbon radical, it react with your tributyltin hydride radical. It react with your tributyltin hydride. Then that tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. So this SNH bond undergoes homolysis, and it generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So this carbon radical takes hydrogen from this tributyltin. So this hydrogen radical react with your carbon radical. It form the bond with this. So it generates this neutral molecule, and after the homolysis, it generates tributyltin radical. So here is your tributyltin radical. Then the next step is this tributyltin radical, it react with your it, uh, it react with your this nitro alkane. So let's consider it's a nitro alkane. So this tributyltin radical, it react with your this nitro functional group. So nitro, it having nitrogen oxygen double bond. So that this nitrogen oxygen double bond undergoes homolysis. It generates oxygen radical and nitrogen radical. So this tributyltin radical, it reacts with this oxygen radical, and same way this negative charge will delocalize here, form nitrogen oxygen double bond, and the homolysis of this CN bond takes place. It generates this radical, C radical, and this tributyltin radical form bond with this oxygen. So this is your tributyltin oxygen nitrogen oxygen double bond, and it generates this carbon radical. Now in the next step, this carbon radical this carbon radical react with your alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So this is your alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So this alpha beta unsaturated ketone undergoes homolysis. It generates CH2 radical, to the after homolysis, so it generate a radical on this carbon, and same it generate a radical on this carbon. So this CH2 terminal CH2 radical react with this cyclohexyl radical, derivative of cyclohexyl radical, trimethyl derivative, trimethyl cyclohexyl radical, and it will form bond with that, with this radical. So you will get this product. Then it will generate this CH2 radical. So there is radical, the radical remain on this CH2 as it is. So this now in the next step, this CH2 radical will react with your tributyl tin hydride. It react with your tributyl tin hydride. It react with your tributyl tin hydride. So this the homolysis of this tributyl tin hydride takes place. It generates hydrogen radical and tributyl tin radical. So this hydrogen radical react with this CH2 radical, generate the neutral molecule. Then it generate this neutral molecule. Then this it generate also generate this tributyl tin radical. Now this tributyl tin radical again it enter in your this step, and it generate the CH2 radical, and the reaction will continue till the completion of reaction. Now here you are getting this ketone. So you can react, you can reduce this ketone, you can react with amine, you can prepare this ship base, you can convert this into acid by oxidation reaction. And you can also, it may also act as the intermediate in the any of the drug, for in the synthesis of drugs or in the preparation of novel molecule. So this is about the how this tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN acts as a carbon-carbon bond formation, acts as a intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation in between these two molecules. So so here this trimethyl derivative of so this trimethyl derivative of cyclohexane uh, with this nitro substitution react with your alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So the reaction is what this it replaces directly this, and this group will directly join to this carbon, and you will get this product. So we'll see its reaction mechanism. So in reaction mechanism, this your tributyl, this your azobis isobutyl nitrile undergoes homolysis in presence of H mu. So this your azobis isobutyl nitrile, it is a it is a symmetrical molecule. So homolysis of this bond takes place in presence of H mu. It generates this carbon radical and N2 molecule. Then the next step is this carbon radical react with your tributyl tin hydride. So the homolysis of this tributyl tin hydride takes place, and your carbon radical takes hydrogen from that. It takes hydrogen, it react with your hydrogen radical and generate the neutral molecule, and it generate this tributyl tin radical. Then in the next step, this tributyl tin radical react with your this nitro functional group. So the the breaking of this nitrogen oxygen double bond takes place, homolysis takes place. It generates oxygen radical and nitrogen radical, and So this tributyltin radical react with this oxygen, it form bond with this. Same way this negative charge will delocalize here, it form nitrogen oxygen double bond, and the same time the breaking of this CN bond takes place, it generate this trimethyl cyclohexyl radical, and you will get this tributyltin oxygen nitrogen oxygen double bond, and you will get this trimethyl cyclohexyl radical. Then this trimethyl cyclohexyl radical react with your alpha beta unsaturated ketone. It react with your alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So the homolysis of this alpha beta unsaturated ketone takes place, it generates this 2 CH2 radical. So this terminal CH2 radical will react with this trimethyl cyclohexyl radical, and this radical will form this carbon will form bond with this CH2. So directly this carbon will join to this carbon. There is a formation of bond between these two, and you will get this product and generate this CH2 radical. Then in the next step, this CH2 radical, it will react with your tributyltin hydride. So the homolysis of this tributyltin hydride takes place, it generates tributyltin radical, and it generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So this CH2 radical will react with this hydrogen radical, it forms this neutral molecule, and this is your final product, and it generates this tributyltin radical. So this tributyltin radical, it enter in your this step, and the reaction will continue till the completion of reaction. So this is about how this tributyltin hydride is used is used in the formation of carbon-carbon bond, intermolecular carbon-carbon bond formation, and how it acts as a trapper. So we have seen here. Now let's move toward the next slide. So here, so this so this tributyltin hydride, it can also generate alkyl radical from alcohol. So so in the last lecture we have seen this. So this is one of the derivative of your alcohol, is your cyclopentyl methyl alcohol. It is react with this molecule having nitrile and carbon-carbon double bond functional group. So the reagents are CH2 in presence of KOH, methyl iodide, tributyltin hydride, and AIBN. Finally, you will get this product. So the hydrogen will this OH will replace, and they have this carbon directly joined to this carbon. So when you do this reaction by addition, elimination, or substitution, any reaction, so it is not possible to add this carbon to this carbon or directly replace this oxygen by this group, but it can be possible by radical reaction. So this is the one important, or this is the uh, important of this radical reaction. So by normal reaction you can't directly replace this OH and join this carbon, but it can be possible by radical reaction. So this is the one reaction. So we'll see its mechanism. So in reaction mechanism, you are having this alcohol and you are using KOH. So the role of this KOH is what? It acts as a base. It takes proton from this alcohol. So the proton present on this oxygen is acidic in nature. So the base takes this proton and the bond pair shift on oxygen. So there is a negative charge in the next structure. So this oxygen anion, it acts as a nucleophile and it attack on electrophile. So electrophile is this this middle carbon, because it's attached to this sulfur, and both the sulfur are more electronegative than carbon. So there is slightly delta positive charge on this carbon and slightly delta negative charge on this sulfur. So this oxygen anion, it acts as a nucleophile, and this is your electrophile. This oxygen anion attack on this carbon and the bond will break, that is pi bond. The pi bond will break and the bond pair shift on sulfur. So we are writing that bond pair as a negative charge. So now this negative charge, so this you will so oxygen will form bond with this carbon, so oxygen sulfur, this carbon sulfur double bond remain as it is, so it is remain as it is, and this bond will break and the negative charge on sulfur, and this K will join to this negative charge is not in alone, so it is with positive charge, so S minus K plus. Now in the next step this S minus, that is S minus or S anion, it acts as sulfur anion, it acts as a nucleophile, so it will react with your electrophile, and the electrophile in this step is your carbon, which is attached to this iodine. So this carbon is electrophilic in nature, or it is electropositive, because this iodine is more electronegative than carbon. Iodine is more electronegative than carbon. So this there is a slightly delta positive charge on this carbon and slightly delta negative charge on this iodine. So this S minus attack on this carbon and it replace this iodine, and this I minus form bond with this K, so it form Ki. So there will be the formation of ionic bond between K and I. So yeah, and this S will form bond with this CH3, so S C double bond S S CH3. Now in the next step, this tributyltin hydride react with AIBN. So this reaction is separate, so this will not, this is your xanthate. So in the next step, this tributyl so this is azobis isobutyl nitride. It's not a tributyltin hydride, it's a azobis isobutyl nitride. Azobis isobutyl nitride undergoes homolysis, so you know that it is a symmetrical molecule. So the homolysis of this your azobis isobutyl nitride takes place. It generate uh, this your carbon radical and N2 molecule. So this carbon radical again it reacts with your tributyltin hydride. So the homolysis of this tributyltin hydride takes place. It generates H radical and tributyltin radical. So this H radical react with your this carbon radical. It form the bond with this. So you will get this neutral molecule, and it generate this tributyltin radical. Now in the next step, this tributyltin radical react with your xanthate. So this is your xanthate. So xanthate having carbon sulfur double bond. So this tributyltin hydride react with this sulfur radical. So the homolysis of this carbon sulfur bond takes place. It generates carbon radical and S radical. So this tributyltin radical this tributyltin radical react with this sulfur radical and it form bond with this, and the same way the homolysis of this bond takes place and you will get this CH2 radical. So here is a methyl group is there, so it is a mistake, so you have to consider that there is a methyl group on this carbon. So here it is in a next structure, so it generate this radical. Then so this tributyltin will form bond with this S and you will get this molecule. Now this CH2 radical, this carbon radical reacts with this compound having carbon carbon double bond. So this carbon carbon double bond undergoes homolysis. It generates CH2 radical. It generates CH2 CH radical. So this CH radical, this carbon radical react with this, it form bond and it generate this radical CH2 radical. So then the next step, this radical CH2 radical, it will this CH2 radical, it will react with your tributyltin hydride. So the homolysis of this tributyltin hydride takes place. it generates tributyltin and hydrogen radical. So this hydrogen radical form bond with this CH2. It generates this neutral molecule, this final product, and this tributyltin hydride. So you know that I already told you this tributyltin it enters in this step here, and it generates this methyl cyclopentyl methyl radical, and the reaction will continue till the completion of reaction. Till the completion of reaction. So this is the methyl cyclopentyl alcohol. It reacts with this compound that having this nitrile and carbon-carbon double bond functional group. In presence of these are the reagents: carbon disulfide, potassium hydroxide, methyl iodide, and tributyltin hydride and AIBN. You will get this compound. So we will see its reaction mechanism. So reaction mechanism is nothing but it is a step-by-step explanation of your reaction. It is a step-by-step explanation of your reaction, how the bond formation and how bond breaking takes place during the formation of final product. So in the reaction mechanism, this alcohol, you are having this alcohol react with this KOH. So the role of this KOH is it acts as a base. It takes acidic proton, and the proton present on that oxygen is acidic due to electronegativity of that oxygen. The bond is polar bond, so the OH minus can easily take that proton, and the bond pair shift on oxygen, and it generates the oxygen anion. It generates oxygen anion. Now in the next step, this oxygen anion it acts as a nucleophile because it's having negative charge. So this oxygen anion will react with your carbon disulfide, and the carbon of that carbon disulfide it is electropositive or electrophilic due to electron withdrawing group of both the sulfur. So the middle carbon having delta positive charge, so that carbon will act as a electrophilic center. So your oxygen anion attack on that carbon, and that oxygen will form bond with that carbon, and your carbon sulfur having double bond. So the one bond will break, that is pi bond, and you know that pi bond is weak bond. It is formed by the lateral overlapping, so it easily breaks, and the bond pair shift on sulfur. So there is a negative charge on sulfur in the next structure. Then that's the negative charge is not alone, so it is always with a positive charge. So it is with your K plus, then your this S minus it act as a nucleophile, and it react with your electrophile. It act as a nucleophile, it react with your electrophile, and the electrophile in this reaction is this methyl iodide. The carbon of this methyl iodide it is a electrophile due to polarity of this Ci bond. So this S minus it attack on this carbon, and it replace this I. Then that this I will form bond with this K ionic bond, and minus Ki is your byproduct, and you will get this compound. So the sulfur will form bond with this CH3. You will get this compound. Now the next step, this will not react with. So this first this reagent undergoes reaction. So AIBN undergoes homolysis in presence of H mu light. So you'll get this C radical and tributyltin. The next step, this tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So hydrogen radical react with this carbon radical, and you will get this neutral molecule, and it generates tributyltin radical. It generates tributyltin radical. And then in the next step, this tributyltin radical react with this xanthate. So this is your structure of xanthate. Xanthate having carbon sulfur double bond. It having carbon sulfur double bond. So the homolysis of that carbon sulfur double bond takes place. It generates C radical and S radical. So S radical react with this tributyltin hydride, tributyltin radical. So it will form with bond with this, and same way the breaking of this CO bond takes place. It generates this uh, cyclopentyl methyl radical, and so and this tributyltin radical form with this sulfur bond. So tributyltin, sulfur, carbon, oxygen double bond S CH3. Then this cyclopentyl methyl radical react with this carbon-carbon double bond. So the homolysis of this carbon-carbon double bond takes place. It generates two CH2 radical. So this C radical react with this CH2. It form bond with this and it generates CH2 radical. Then in the last step, this CH2 radical react with your tributyltin hydride. So this tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So hydrogen radical react with that carbon radical and form neutral molecule or a final product. You will get the final product. So this is the structure of that final product and it generates tributyltin radical. So this is all about the reaction mechanism of this. Now in the here in the next step, so here this tributyltin hydride, it can also use uh, for the intramolecular carbon carbon bond formation. So the carbon carbon bond formation within the molecule, carbon carbon bond formation within the molecule, it is called as intramolecular carbon carbon bond formation. So this molecule, alky molecule, react with this tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN and this benzene the solvent reflux. You will get this cyclic product. So here this carbon will form bond with this. So here the formation of bond, and so this is the example of where intramolecular carbon carbon bond formation via SNH. So this SNH is nothing but tributyltin hydride. So this is the example of your intramolecular carbon carbon bond formation. Intramolecular carbon carbon bond formation. So we'll see its reaction mechanism. So you know that the reaction mechanism, it is nothing but the step by step explanation of a reaction, of your reaction, how the bond breaking, bond formation, how the bond formation takes place during the formation of product. so so in the first step, this azob is isobutyl nitrile. Now I correctly say that it is not a AIBN, it's a azob is it's not a tributyltin hydride, it's a AIBN, azob is isobutyl nitrile. So this will undergo homolysis in presence of H mu. So the homolysis of this bond takes place and it generates this C radical. Now this C radical, it react with this tributyltin hydride. So it generate hydrogen radical and tributyltin radical. So this carbon radical react with this hydrogen radical, form neutral molecule. Now in the next step, here again so here in this step it generate this tributyltin radical. Now this tributyltin radical, it react with this your substrate or your reagent, your substrate. So you are having this CBr bond, so it's a halide, simply halide. So the homolysis of this CBr bond takes place. You will get this Br radical and CH2 radical. So it generates this CH2 radical and Br radical. So this tributyltin radical react with this Br, it generate tributyltin Br. So here plus tributyltin Br with this molecule plus tributyltin Br. You write, you are in your notes or in your notebook, you have to note down that it's a tributyltin bromide. Then this generated CH2 radical, it react with this carbon 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 nitrogen double bond. So you are having NOBN benzene group NOBN. So you are having this double bond. So this double bond undergoes homolysis. It generate nitrogen radical and carbon radical. So this carbon radical react intramolecularly. So here this step is very important. So it generates CH2 and nitrogen radical, that is carbon and nitrogen radical. This carbon radical react intramolecularly with your CH2 radical and it forms the bond. It generates the nitrogen radical. So this nitrogen radical, it reacts with your tributyltin hydride. This tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis, so it generates hydrogen radical and tributyltin radical. So the hydrogen radical will react with hydrogen, it form bond with this nitrogen, then it generates this tributyltin radical. So this is all about the reaction mechanism, and this is the example of your intramolecular carbon-carbon bond formation via SNH. So this type of question are asked in your net and set examination with stereochemistry. Here the stereochemistry is what? This is your consider this your cyclopentyl ring, and this both the groups are trans to each other, so it's a more stable. So if, and this you here you see that this OH is on a dash line, and same this group is on a dash line. So if this group is also on this group is also on a dash line, so that product will be unstable. So in the final product, this uh, NHOBN is above the plane, so now it's a more stable. So in this way you have to think that while writing the answer you have to think the stability of that, and for that you should know the stability of you should know the stereochemistry in detail. So stereochemistry of your cyclic compound. So this is about that. It is a it is example of intramolecular carbon-carbon bond formation. So this molecule undergoes reaction with this tributyltin hydride AIBN. You will get this formation of carbon-carbon double bond, carbon-carbon bond into a intramolecular carbon-carbon bond, and its reaction mechanism. So here is reaction mechanism, how this bond form. So we have already learned, but I am again explaining. This AIBN undergoes homolysis. You will get this carbon radical. It will react with tributyltin hydride. The homolysis takes place. Hydrogen radical form bond with this C radical. It generates neutral molecule, and it generates this tributyltin radical. Tributyltin radical react with this halide, this CBr bond. So the homolysis of this CBr bond takes place. Generate Br radical and this CH2 radical. This CH2 radical react intramolecularly with this carbon nitrogen double bond. The homolysis of this carbon nitrogen double bond takes place. Homolysis of this carbon nitrogen double bond takes place. It generates nitrogen radical and CH2 radical. So CH2 radical react intramolecular with this CH2 radical at form bond, and then in the next step this nitrogen radical react with this tributyltin hydride. So hydrogen radical is taken by this nitrogen, and you will get this final product, and this nitrogen in the final product, it is above the plane. If it is above the plane, then this one is this product is more stable. So here you have to note down here the in final product, this nitrogen, this whole group is on above the plane. So if this is below the plane, it means that all the groups are in a below the plane, means the steric hindrance will take place if all are in a same position, same direction. So here this bulky group is above the plane, and this group are below the plane. So that's why this is the most stable product. That's why this is the most stable product. So let us take another example, and this intramolecular carbon-carbon bond formation via tributyltin hydride, and this question was asked in NET June 2014. NET June 2014. So this bulky molecule having iodide halide functional group, that is iodide, it react with this tributyltin hydride in presence of AIBN, and benzene as a solvent, it reflux. So you will get this product. So we'll see its reaction mechanism. So this AIBN undergoes homolysis. It's a symmetrical molecule. So homolysis of this AIBN takes place. You will get this C radical. C radical react with this tributyltin hydride, and the homolysis of this tributyltin hydride takes place. It generates tributyltin radical and hydrogen radical. So this hydrogen radical react with this carbon radical, you will get this product. Then this tributyl radical, it will react with this Ci bond, so it's a Ci, it's a halide bond, so carbon CH2I. The homolysis of this bond takes place, it generates CH2 radical and I radical. I radical react with this tributyltin radical, so it will form bond with this tributyltin iodide and it generates CH2 radical. Now it is very important, this CH2 radical react intramolecularly with this carbon carbon double bond. So the homolysis of this carbon carbon double bond takes place, it generates CH2 radical and CH radical. This CH2 radical react intramolecular with this CH2 radical and it form this cyclic ring. And the stereochemistry of this, if the two ring join, the both the ring are 5 membered ring, then the stereochemistry is cis. Then the stereochemistry, the group present on that hydro on that bridge carbon are cis, and that is most stable, that is most stable. So here the this with the hydrogen is there. So then in the next step, this, so here this CH2, it will react with this carbon carbon bond, so it will form bond and generate C radical. So now this C radical, it react with this carbon carbon triple bond. This carbon carbon triple bond undergoes homolysis, it generates CH2 radical and CH2 radical. So this CH2 radical react with this CH radical, you will get this 5 membered ring and CH2 radical. Then this CH2 radical react with your tributyltin hydride. So this tributyltin hydride undergoes homolysis. So uh, tributyltin hydride. So this CH2, the radical react with this hydrogen radical and it will form this product and it generate tributyltin radical. This is the reaction mechanism of this reaction. This, and the question was asked in June 2014. June 2014. So we had learned this reaction mechanism. This tributyl AIB undergoes homolysis in presence of H mu. You will get this carbon radical. This carbon radical react with this tributyl tin hydride. So this hydrogen radical react with this C radical and you will get this neutron molecule and it generate tributyltin radical. Now this tributyltin radical react with this this bond, and the role of this tributyltin is it generate the radical where the halide is attached. So this halide is your iodine and it generate radical from here. So generate radical is CH2 radical, then so it generate radical on this CH2 where this iodide is attached, iodine attached. So this CH2 radical react with this carbon carbon double bond intramolecularly. So the breaking of this C double bond takes place, it generates CH2 radical and CH radical. Then here it will form carbon carbon double bond, you will get this 5 membered cyclic ring. Then this CH radical react intramolecularly with this triple bond, and the homolysis of this triple bond takes place, you will get CH2 radical. So this your 5 membered ring, it form 5 membered ring, 1 2 3 4 5. So it form 5 membered ring, not a 6 membered ring. So 5 member is quite easy because this CH2 radical will react with this and it will not react with the CH2 radical. So it is easy for uh, this radical, the conformation is easy. So first you have to you first, before what, you have to see the stereochemistry of these radicals also. So the CH2 radical will react with the CH radical and it will form uh, bond, and this you will get this uh, you will get this product at herein. And this CH2 radical, this CH2 radical react with this tributyltin hydride, and this hydrogen radical will react with the CH2 radical and you will get this product. So here the methyl group and hydrogen are cis to each other and it's the most stable. So now you have to see here, I told you that it will form it is forming 5 membered ring, not a 6 membered ring, because uh, the transition state is very important. So the here 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 2 3 4 5, so it form 6 member like a transition state. So it forms 6 member like a 6 member ring like a transition state, so it's a most stable transition state. So that's why you're getting 5 member ring. But when it react with the CH2 radical, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so and there is a bond between this, so it form a 7 member like a transition state, so it's a less stable, so that's why you are getting this 5 member ring. So here when it reacts this CH2 radical, so it will form 6 member like a transition state, so that's why it's a more stable, so you are getting this product. And CH2 radical, this CH2 radical react with this tributyl tin hydride, so homolysis takes place. So each radical, this CH2 radical takes this hydrogen, each radical convert to this final product. So the final product having this hydrogen on same side and this methyl group are on same side. So this is all about the intramolecular carbon-carbon bond formation via tributyl tin hydride. Then thank you.